Hi folks, welcome to the Prepared Homestead. This is Travis. Thank you all for stopping by to watch. Yes, I know, another day of videos out of cycle and sequence. Just give me at least till Monday and we'll get back to our regularly scheduled programming, okay? We've got our day 2, second day, last day of our big yard sale fundraiser. It's going really good. Bringing in a good amount of money to help get this project done. And it's also really, I think the fun part is getting to talk to so many people. That's the exciting thing, getting to know people that live around here and talk to them about various things. So, you know, tomorrow's my Sabbath, and then Sunday is our big monthly meeting. So by Monday, things should be normal. Man, look at this. I'm getting dirty and everything. So yeah, the United States Navy has the largest amount of naval assets ever assembled in the Middle East. And it's kind of being spread around online that we have so much there. We just keep sending. We've sent some more like F-22s and more ships and all sorts of things going to the Middle East right now are already there. And I know that the initial thing is as well, this is a show of force, which that's true. I'm not denying that, but it's also creating a pretty weak spot for us anywhere else than the Middle East. If China wanted to move on Taiwan or Japan or North Korea on South Korea, or move on Guam or any of these places, we're kind of getting a little thin over there. I mean, yes, we still have assets there, but a big bulk of the U.S. Navy is in the Middle Eastern area. And so a lot of people are kind of wondering, is this Iran-Israel thing going to get bigger than we even think? I mean, do they know something we don't know? I mean, this is a lot of show of force to be just simply a show of force. You would think that, a carrier group and some planes would be enough, but there's a lot going over there. It's also worth mentioning and remembering that most of our assets that we're moving into the Middle East is not just capable of striking North Korea. I sound like Joe Biden. Striking Iran. They're not just capable of defending Israel and attacking Iran if necessary, but most of them, where they're located, they're also capable of attacking Russia, especially in the Mediterranean area. It puts them in a place where they could more directly bring a strike on Russia than if they were in some European areas. So it's putting a lot of our assets, a lot of naval forces, a lot of troops, a lot of planes, a lot of ships, in a position that they could attack and defend and wage war with and against both Iran and Russia if necessary. And so I think the question is this a bigger deal than what is being let on? Because we're talking a lot of money, a lot of troops, a lot of equipment, a lot of time is being dumped into this for just simply a show of force. It seems like an excessive amount if that's the only reason. I think it's probably closer than a lot of us realize, even myself. When you're looking at what is going on, and maybe Iran isn't even going to be a big player in this, who knows? But definitely stuff is happening with Russia and Ukraine. And Russia is making some very serious threats that they're going to be doing some significant attacks against Ukraine because of what Ukraine has been doing to them. And then, of course, the whole ordeal with Israel, Hezbollah, Iran, Gaza, all of these areas over there are heating up every day. And then now, of course, it's being announced that all of these naval assets are there. Better be getting ready, is all I can say. They're ramping up everything. I saw a news report today that COVID infections are now at a higher rate than they were even back in 2020. Honestly, that's not surprising because it seems to have just become the common cold. But that doesn't mean that they're not going to try to ramp up the fear on this. And then, of course, there's the monkeypox, and then there's the bird flu. So there's three, it seems, that they're really trying to drum up the fear on. We've got Democrat National Convention just ended, or is ending, and Kamala Harris has been officially deemed and named the front runner, the candidate for the party, all while there's been very destructive riots and stuff going on in Chicago, even more so than a normal day, because of the Democrat National Convention. There's so much going on, political battles, supply chain issues. It never stops. And like I've been saying for the last few days, it has all the earmarks, all the markers, all the indicators that we're watching a big, masterful, destructive plan start to come together. I'm not saying it's Armageddon, but it starts to look like that's what they're trying to put together, right? Something of that level. And we don't know exactly how this is going to affect us, but I think it's safe to say that the possibility of this affecting us directly in a very significant and bad way is getting high. We need to be getting ready, folks. Every day, getting ready. Start circling the wagons. I've talked to you about that before, and get your families, pulling them together, strengthening your families, praying together, eating dinner together. A few families eat dinner together anymore. Just spending time together and building that bond. You and your spouse, your relationship needs to be solid, because you're going to probably experience some very high stress levels. And if your relationship with your spouse is not solid, well, there's not much a worse time for a marriage to split up than during the apocalypse. So work on that. That way you can be partners and work through all of this together, instead of fighting each other while fighting all of the odds against you externally. Need to wake up, people, because it doesn't look good. It doesn't mean that it's unsurvivable. It doesn't mean that the world is ending. It just means that there's definitely some people out there that are trying to get a big war started, and to bring at least this nation and maybe the entire West to its knees, which has really been the big World Economic, United Nations forums, plan for a long time. These global elites, these deep state, they can only further their evil plans so far with the United States being in existence, or at least in the existence in the way that it is, the strength that the United States has, the freedom that the people have, the independence that people have. They need to break that. They need to break that, and to get people more afraid, more dependent, realizing that there is chaos and that someone needs to step in. And that's exactly what we're watching. We're watching this order out of chaos. And they're the ones that are ordering the chaos, that are orchestrating it. So get ready, stock up, be watchful this weekend, and do everything you can to every day move yourself a little bit more down the road of preparedness, down the road of self-sufficiency, because it's coming. And this, the amount of equipment and force and money that's being dumped right now into that Middle Eastern area, that could also be including Russia and Eastern Europe, is very, very significant. And it's not just the United States. Most all the NATO countries are doing the same thing. Russia's doing that. Israel's doing that. Iran's doing that. Everybody. It's like that whole region is getting ready for a big, big war. And when it gets to that level, it's not going to take too much to get one started. Folks, it's time to get your houses in order and to prepare yourselves mentally, physically, and spiritually. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video.